Please remember that this matter should be viewed as a solicitation to trade. Trading futures and options involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. You should therefore carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your financial condition. Optimus Futures LLC is not affiliated with, nor does it endorse any trading system, methodologies, newsletter, or similar service. We urge you to conduct your own due diligence. Now, here's your host, independent broker veteran and CEO of Optimus Futures, Matt Zimberg.
Hi guys, this is Matt from Optimus Futures. In today's podcast, I'm going to help you select a futures trading platform. You can use this guide to select a platform in any asset class, but since we mostly do futures here, I have some variables that have to do with futures a little bit more. So those are 7 points. I would suggest for you to get a pen and paper so you can write it down. And of course, any questions you might have afterwards, you can drop us an email at general@optimusfutures.com. So the first advice that I have is don't follow the crowd when it comes to selecting a trading platform. What do I mean by that? I think that trading is a very individual thing. So there are a lot of platforms out there, and I'm sure you're looking for feedback from other people of how their experience is with their own trading platform. But nevertheless, you should make your own conclusion whether this platform is right for you. What's right for one person might not be right for another. So selecting platform just based on a larger group might not be the right thing to do. There are individual platforms out there that you might find a little bit more suitable for you. The second thing is visual appeal. And I'm a very, very big proponent of trading on something that is visually easy on the eyes. Now, my visual appeal might be very, very different than your definition of a visual appeal. But to me, something that has a nice visual appeal is something that is intuitive on one hand, and then the second thing, the ability to figure out pretty fast what the functionalities of the platforms are, at least the basic ones. Where do I buy? Where do I sell? Where is the chart? Where do I look at my equity? And so forth. So some people are very technical by nature, some are not. And if you reject a platform just based on its looks, it's absolutely fine, because you have to look at it at the end of the day, almost every day as a day trader or somebody who trades long term. The third thing that I want to talk about are functionalities. Every single platform has functionalities that you may need or may not need as a trader. There are traders who use applications that have execution only built into them. They don't come with fancy graphics. They don't have charting. They only want to execute through the DOM or some sort of a trading tab and look at their equity. There are platforms out there that provide charting only, and they're very appealing visually, and people like them, but they also need something to execute with. So you don't want to run two heavy applications at the same time. You might run your visuals on one side, and then you have a simple trading application on the other. The second type of functionalities that exist are what I call all-in-one. They include the charts, the DOM, the trading tabs, and they include everything that a trader may need. There are some sophisticated traders out there that might even be programmers, and some of those trading platform applications come with certain languages in them, such as programming languages such as C#, C++, Fix API, and so forth. Majority of people are not programmers, but they still want all-in-one, and they don't run side-by-side application. The third functionality to consider is how you execute your trades. For example, you can execute your trades from a downloadable platform if, let's say, you're always in one location. But on the other hand, if you travel, if you execute from work and from home, you may consider a web-based application. Web-based applications usually require the same username and login wherever you're at, so you always open the same thing, and it might be very convenient for you. And we are seeing progress in web-based applications in terms of execution, graphics, charting, and so forth. The fourth variable is the cost. Now, when it comes to cost, I know that everybody wants to save money. and it's really understandable. And there are many platforms out there which we offer as well that are absolutely free of charge. However, don't look at the cost if the platform functionalities really help you. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you have a platform that you found has really good backtesting results, meaning that it really tests well. As we know, some platforms don't have the capability of giving you accurate results when you backtest a methodology. But if you found one and you test methodologies a lot, maybe it's worthwhile to pay for it. Or on the other hand, there's a lot of traders out there that use volume profile. Within that category of volume profile, I've seen platforms that range from $25 all the way to $200. Whatever is necessary for your method, look at it as an investment. You don't want to go with a cheaper solution just because it's cheap. Now, the cheaper solution might address exactly what you need, but again, the key is to look at the core functionalities when you look at the cost. The fifth variable is stability, and I can't emphasize that enough. I would say that not all platforms are equal. Some are more stable than others, meaning that they're solid, they don't crash, you can leave them open, and this is one of the major things that you are looking at. I can go into a whole discussion of what makes one platform better than the other in terms of structure, but I would tell you this, at the end of the day, it boils down to engineering. Engineers and programmers are capable of building solid foundation for platforms. The sixth point is data feeds. Let me elaborate on that. What you're looking for is a data feed that I call an unfiltered data feed. Basically, every single transaction that occurs on the exchange, you want it on your graphs or on your DOM or any type of information aggregator you have for this data. Why? Because when you build a methodology, it is important to have all the information out there. Now, there is a type of information that is called aggregate information. This is where some data feeds basically do an average. They might do an average during news events, they might do it during spikes, they might do it just throughout the day because there's just so much information that's coming from the exchange. So whatever data you get, you'll want to look for unfiltered data. The second thing when it comes to data feed, you have to ask yourself, is this data feed independent of the trading platform? Let me explain. There are third-party applications that you can integrate in with a number of data feeds. You have to figure out what is the best data feed for them. Some data feeds are better for certain applications and some are not. Sometimes there's better integration and sometimes there isn't. We try to keep tabs on which one work well together, which combination would be ideal. When it comes to data, also remember that there are third-party applications that come with their own native data. So the data is the same from the same company and the applications are from the same company. There are some advantages to that because obviously it's within the same team and it's the same people that are configuring their data and software. The last thing, which is the seventh point, is support. I can't tell you enough how important support is for you as a trader. We're working with a group that knows you, knows your capabilities, knows what you're looking for, knows what you need to help you out. You will grow as a trader. Where you are today, you might be a beginner, or you might be intermediate, or might be advanced. But even if you are advanced, you might be a different trader in the years to come. You might change your method. You might change the software application you use. So what you want to do is use a good support from a good technical team that would help you grow as a trader, address concerns you might have about the software, and also at the same time provide alternatives for times when the software malfunctions. It will happen. Even the best software out there can go down. Your internet can go down. There's just too many variables out there. So before you even establish a relationship with a brokerage, find out what is the support that you're going to get in the event of a malfunction. That's it for the topic of how to choose a trading platform for futures traders. Again, if you have any questions and if you think I missed anything, you can always email me general@optimusfutures.com. I would also like to mention that I've created a video a while back that referencing the topic that I've discussed here. If you are listening to our podcast through SoundCloud, we will attach the additional link for YouTube so you can watch it as well. Thank you.
Please remember that this matter should be viewed as a solicitation to trade. Trading futures and options involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. You should therefore carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your financial condition. Optimus Futures LLC is not affiliated with, nor does it endorse any trading system, methodologies, newsletter, or similar service. We urge you to conduct your own due diligence.